Good Friday morning. Good Friday morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. I'm just gonna wait for more people to come on in. I have some breaking news dealing with the post office, and you hear it first. This is a Lions Den exclusive. There's some things that are happening after April the 1st. Basically, I told you yesterday on my live stream that, something's about to happen on April the 1st. Well, I found out what it is. And then there is a lot more that's going to, let's just say, a lot more drama about to happen in the Postal Service. And it's going to affect every postal employee because I found something in the comment section on my live stream, excuse me, on my live stream yesterday, and basically it's going to affect everything. So I'm gonna wait for more people to come on in. If you just joined in for the first time, make sure you like, click, and subscribe my channel, as well as make sure you like this live stream, share this live stream. If you're a postal worker, share this live stream, because what I'm about to tell you is going to affect everybody. Everybody who's in the postal service, myself included. So I'm just waiting for more people to come on in. This is what I'm about to tell you guys is just it's just unbelievable. Like I told you yesterday, um, that Donald Trump and Elon Musk just did is just completely destroy what the postal service has done for since the days of time. But I'm just going to go ahead and wait for more people to come on in. And again, for those of you who are already here, happy Friday, and I hope you enjoy my live stream, because this is breaking news, and you will not hear it on any social media. You will not hear it on NBC or any mainstream media. You're gonna hear it right here on Lionsden, aka Trey X, on my channel right there, because I am a postal worker, as you know, also a YouTuber, also a podcaster. But this is not good for the United States Postal Service at all. I'm waiting for more people to come on in, and to me, this is getting. I thought this is yesterday. What I basically when I told you yesterday what happened, you thought that was bad. This is a lot worse. I'm trying to set everything up, because I told you we don't know what's going to happen on April the 1st. But now I just found out, and Google just released it. It's funny, Google released it before none of us even know what's going to happen on April the 1st. Ain't that a trip? But yeah, like I said, make sure you watch this live stream. Again, there's a person that left in the comment section of what's expected to happen in the postal service. Leslie, welcome Leslie to this breaking news, to this live stream, because this going to affect everybody. I'm telling you right now, this is not good at all. This is really, really not good at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started, and because I know everybody has a lot of stuff going on, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So yesterday when I did a live stream, I told you guys that we as postal employees don't know what's going to happen after April 1st, but Google does. And so I'm going to read Google's version of it. I wrote it down word for word. And then there's a person in the comment section it's leaving a comment. And again, this is going to blow everybody's mind. Everybody. So I hope you guys are prepared for all of this. This right here is a major blockbuster, and you will hear it first right here on Lions Den, aka Trey X's channel. You're going to hear everything that's going on in the postal service, because this to me shows you that. I'm gonna tell you like this. Ever since you know Elon Musk and his people took over, and Louis DeJoy agreed to all of this. This is going to affect everything within range. So here, now bear with me. So here we go. So with that being said, let's get to it. Now, and like, again, yesterday I asked you what's going to happen after April the 1st, and all the postal employees that are watching my channel, um, take this in a grain of salt. Okay. So after April the 1st, and this is what I found out on Google, it says beginning April 1st, the USPS will adjust service standards for first class mail, periodicals, marketing mail, and packages service. Here's what it means, and take it to the grain of salt. It means that all the packages, all them daily mail is gonna go on day shift. And it's gonna go on day shift. So which means is that, and you have to deliver that mail before 12 p.m. We don't know. I mean, depending on where you live, but the packages has to go out before 12 p.m. Whether it's Eastern, Central, Mountain, or Pacific. but but I'm gonna go ahead and read the blockbuster about what's going to happen in the postal service. And again, let's just read this to the grain of salt. And obviously, this is just breaking news because again, and the thing, a lot of people don't want this to go out, but there is a source. I mean, there's someone that tells me, and they left it in the comment section that we don't know if that's going to happen. But I'm just going to basically tell you that they said that it may happen. Now, I'm going to read what this person wrote in the comment section on my last live stream. So she says, and I quote, "I'm going to share something with you that I saw on Reddit's UPS thread the other day, but they deleted it. I was about, see, 90%. Some it was correct after hearing what's going on. Where you at? Some of these things happen whether I was at last year. So I think Musk and Trump may have a little to do with it. It says the plan has been in motion, in my opinion. This is what the person said in the comments on my last live stream. So here it goes. And be prepared for this. And again, take this into a grain of salt. Oh man. Here we go. It says, I have debated whether or not to discuss this openly. And it says that, okay, and I'll read this that here we go. It says, I've decided to only because in the end it affects too many people. Currently, all management across the nation is going through training for major upcoming changes to the postal distribution network, both retail and processing side. For processing plants, there will be no more tool one operations. For those of you that don't work at the postal service, we got three tours. Tour one, which is like graveyard shift. Tour two is the day shift, and tour three is sort of like an early evening shift. I'm going to continue doing this. So they said that for processing plants, there will be no more tour one operations. Staff will be consolidated into tour two and tour three as needed. There will be no more. There will not be a craft distribution between clerks and mail handlers either. And continues that processing will no longer be 24/7. Contracts will adhere to union personnel, troublemakers, people who call in a lot, FMLA folks, and people who management just doesn't like will be gone. In other words, for people who call out, for people who start in trouble with drama, they'll be out the door. And I'm just gonna say this to a grain of salt, what that person left me in the comments. Um, two SDOs, and for those of you again that's not working the postal service, SDOs are supervisors. So it says two SDOs in my plant has confirmed after attending this training. So basically, they prepared for all of this. Management knew this is happening, and they're not telling us about it. And continue and said, my friend who is a PM, PM stands for plant manager in Montana for retail has as well. All we need to prepare this. I know I'm getting the boot, and that's from the person who left me the comments for my last live stream. So what she just says, and we don't know if this is true or not. What she says is that there will be no more 201. 201 is done. It's going to be basically tour two and tour three. They're going to be consolidated as needed. Basically, for those of you that have been calling out, those of you that calling out too much, those of you who've been basically starting trouble at the job, and basically who are FMLA protected, um, will be out the door. I mean, again, just take this in a grain of salt. This is what the person said in the comments. And it came from a Reddit for the USPS Reddit. Unfortunately, they deleted the comment because whoever wrote that don't want to get in trouble. But it's all out. It's all out. And if this statement is true, there's gonna be a lot, and this mainly the reason why I know when they said that 10,000 their jobs will be lost. 20,000 additional jobs will be lost. That's a total of 30,000 jobs completely. So, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't good. What I just told y'all, what I just wrote to y'all, this isn't good. Now, I could have posted this on a video. Unfortunately, I have an issue with my phone. That's mainly the reason why I couldn't re-download, the recorded app. Because I could have showed it to you by Google and the person who left me that comment. But if what they said is true, this isn't good, guys, at all. Which means that's probably the reason why they said what they said, that all the jobs is going to be slashed because of all of this. Which means management has been trained for changes to come, which is April the 1st. What I already told you, there could be no more tour one in my previous live stream. But now, since that person confirmed what I said, and it gets worse that excuse me, if a person don't, call out, the person calls out, or if a person start trouble at the job, or if a person basically, if any management do not like that person, they'll be out the door. And we need to basically be aware of this, because again, it shows you that the management knew what's going on and not telling us about this. And obviously, that's mainly the reason why that both President Donald Trump and Elon Musk is slashing or want to break out the unions. They want to break the unions apart because they knew once they break the unions, this what I about just told you will be next. And again, April 1st, it shows you that now, according to this, that we knew for a fact that 201 will be no more. I did told you on my last live stream that some of us will probably be rebid, and that's also a concern because if we rebid those jobs, there's going to be other people who has more seniority than anybody will fight for those jobs, and there's no guarantee we will get that either. So this is concerning throughout all fronts. And since there's no more tour one allegedly, then tour two and tour three are going to be the tours allegedly going to handle the most mail. So, which means that all the mail and really reports that rumors that the mail has to be out by 12. Some of them have to come in early as as the time. Now we don't know if they're going to change the time. There's reports they're going to change the time. There's also a word that they may, you know, have to rebid and get on tour two and tour three, even though tour one won't be no more. And this is a big mess, people. This is really a big mess if this is true. So anybody will not going to tell you this, and management is going to keep quiet on this because they don't want no panic from employees. But they already knew that changes is about to happen, but they did not inform us of what those changes are. And it's sad. And then what's worse, they had already had a meeting about this. They've been trained. If this what if the lady from the comment section said is true, they've been trained of the changes. They already been trained. Two supervisors, according to her, confirmed the changes, confirmed the training. So if this is true, I'm telling you this right now. This isn't good for any postal employees that work there. Confirm it, and again that we're just going to wait and see what's going to happen after April the 1st. But the way it sounds like right now, because I've been hearing last night that it's really going to happen that people are going, whoever's on tour one, which is the graveyard shift, have to rebid to tour two and tour three, and it's going to be bad because again, there's been already some post offices are already closed down, so which means that they're going to come to the facility and they're going to bid just like everybody else, and we don't even know if we don't even know if we're going to get the job or not. And if we don't get those bids, and that's another rumors that we're gonna talk about. If we don't get those bids, they're gonna make you an unassigned regular, which means for those of you that don't work at the post office, unassigned regulars, they'll put you anywhere and everywhere. They'll put you in the docks. They'll put you in one of the apps machines. They're gonna put you in. They'll put you anywhere they think you'll be needed, which is also not good. So this is basically not good at all. And I pray that it don't turn out like this. But you can take this in a grain of salt. But it just, I mean, as a postal worker, it's really gonna affect us, really gonna affect us badly. And then if that happens, billions of dollars will be lost as a whole. So now you got to keep in mind that, you know, if management knew all this time, as the person who left this comment, if they knew all this time and not telling us, that tells you what's going to happen. That tells you what's going to happen. But one thing she didn't leave out is the what's going to happen with the unions. But again, if they crush the unions, that's it. It's over. It's all over. And like I said in my previous um my previous live stream, it's going to be over. So now management were trained for this new this change that we were talking about. So they been knew about this and not telling anybody else about this, which is also sad. So I don't know. I'm speechless right now. I don't know what to say. It's just getting scarier and scarier. And so now we're just gonna have to wait and see what's gonna happen after April the 1st. But as far as I'm hearing, this is not good at all. At all. So I just want to just letting you know, giving you the information that I've heard so far, but it's just not good. This is totally not good, and it's very disturbing. For those of you that didn't know, there's been a protest nationwide from the APWU. Shouts out to them, and about we're on the post office is under attack. But as far as I know, when I look at this, if this is true, if the management knew about all of this and being trained for that change, I don't even know what to say. And it's funny that it's funny that this is happening now, and in 2 weeks' time, we don't know what's going to happen. Um, Leslie, who's my moderator, she said this is bad news. I hope it's not true. I pray it's not true either. She said, I hope you and your wife have a support system. Basically, um, in fact, my wife told me all of this because I didn't know. Me and her had a conversation about this. Um, but this is showing you now that that Trump wants to privatize the postal service. He's been planning this all along. Elon Musk also been planning all of this. But I'm gonna let you know this. We really don't know if this is true or not. I pray that it isn't. But as far as I'm hearing, this isn't good at all. So now, as you may know, we just have to pray that you know things won't happen the way it did. But I'm just being honest that we have to rebid if that's true. That if you're working on tour one, then we have to rebid the jobs, the level 4 or the level 5, and even if that were true, there's going to be other employees that are going to fight for that job, and we don't. It really is no guarantee if you get the job or not. And if you don't get the job, you will automatically be unassigned regular. This is just a big mess. It really is a big mess, and we just have to hope and pray that it's going to hope and pray that this is not what's going to affect, because it's affecting nationwide. Now the media is telling y'all, oh hey hi, hey Queen, I know who I am. It's going to affect everybody now. It's going to affect postal employees now, because none of us, we haven't even we had meetings, but we haven't even had a major meeting talking about this at all. There's some supervisors, tell it's and bits and pieces of it, but not like this. And so what we're seeing right now, this is a hostile takeover of the United States Postal Service, thanks to Donald Trump and Elon Musk. And like I told y'all yesterday, I've been a postal worker for 24 years. And all of my 24 years of being a postal employee, I've never had any experience like this ever. Not previous presidents have ever think about doing something like this. Not the Bushes, not the Obamas, even even Joe Biden did never even think something like this. But since you know who is president now, he's making sure they're gonna privatize the postal service automatically. Him and Elon Musk. This shows you that now Social Security is gonna be cut off, according to him. You got all the federal employees are now in jeopardy of losing their jobs. But as a whole, it's like now we're basically a target. It is scary. It's scary. Um, I'm very disappointed. We don't. Like I told you before, what I told y'all earlier. Take this as a grain of salt. That um, basically, what's making it even sad that they pushing people of retirement. This is not again. This is not a retirement. It's really a buyout. $10,000 buyout. I mean, basically 15,000 buyout. I already, I've already known. For those of you who just come in, some of the employees have already received their letters, which is offering a $15,000 buyout. Some took it, some refused because some in their minds, I mean, it's not a good money. It's not. It's not enough money to buy them out. But I digress. And so, as you know, ten allegedly from the media, 10,000 postal jobs going to be lost. But realistically, it's not going to be 10,000. It's going to be really 30,000. Because remember, 10,000 happened about um, a week ago, and then 20,000 will happen possibly the upcoming days. So be total will be 30,000. But either way you look at it, this is going to destroy the postal service. Already, some postal facilities already closed down, and so right now, this showing you what is about to happen. Now, as a content creator, a YouTuber, and a postal worker, being in the postal service for 24 years, knowing the game, know how it is. I even thinking that they may do an access move. And for those of you that wasn't here yesterday, access is for postal employees that want to, they want to send you to another postal facility in a different state that job has already been available for them. We don't even know if that's going to happen there too. Queen, I know who I am says that can your position be transferred? Like I told you with the assets, we really don't know if they're gonna do their assets right. Um, Queen, I know who I am said, wow, what a damn shame. Um, you should be able to retire comfortably, Lion. Okay, I already had a retirement date, which was going to be July 11th, the day before my alleged 57th birthday. So I have 7 more years to retire officially. Um, so I will, which is 2032, which July 11th, 2032, which is going to be my official retirement for the Postal Service. But we don't even know that's going to happen then too, because knowing Trump and knowing Musk, they're going to take everything away from us, not including our retirement benefits. So this is basically disturbing. All the all the senior regulars, we call them senior regulars because they've been there 30 plus years. They already have their letters, have their buyout letters, 15 grand. Now keep in mind, 15 grand ain't much. Now, if they want to get rid of folks, they gotta be like 90 to 100 grand, which they're not gonna do. But 15 grand, people, it's not even barely make it. You might end up losing it within 2 months. 15 grand. I know a coworker right now. Well, she's retired now. Took the deal, which I don't understand why, but she took the deal. But I think she's set. She was a former military. She was a retired military person, and she got Social Security, military, but all that. She's set for life. All that Trump is going to think about taking remove that too. But with that being said, this is disturbing because you're dealing with people's lives. You're dealing with people's families. Most of them got kids at home. So you want to get rid of a lot of employees because you felt like it's time for a privatization. And again, like I told y'all yesterday, postal employees working their asses off. Like tonight, as usual, we work our asses off, making sure letters are coming out, making sure packages are coming out on time. And now, they want to do this. And then even in the holidays, like Thanksgiving and Christmas, we call it peak season. We work tirelessly. We use even the overtime to get all this stuff out of here. And then we've been hearing they may cut out overtime. So you think about it. Cut out overtime, cut tool one, and then you already lose a few people at the job because we barely have people there anyway. So this to me is disturbing. It's disturbing. So if the person that left me that comment on my previous live stream, what that person said is true, we're screwed. Well, all the things she said except the unions. And I know a lot of people gonna say, well, if they break the, I mean, if they break the union, well, I mean, really, if they break the unions, excuse me, it's over. Excuse me, it's over. So as of right now, I am very speechless. We don't know what's going to happen now. It's like they've been according to the person that left me that comment, they've been planning this move for a while. For a while. And that's why they've been training for this, changes about to happen. I mean, picture it. We felt like Boo the Fool, don't know what's going on. We're looking around, and management, I mean, supervisors don't know anything. Some MDOs don't know anything, which mainly they do know something, but they're not telling us anything. It's really disturbing. So the people who've been working there for 30 plus years are going to be forced out of their jobs through this $15,000 buyout. And so now you have all of this in the works. I mean, they've been planning this for a while, and we didn't even know nothing about this. We didn't know nothing about it. It's like we just look around. I hear one thing, I hear another thing. This has happened, that's happened. But uh, I mean, but April 1st is going to be the deciding factor of what people are going to do. Whether if tool one is no longer there, are we going to rebid our jobs? Are even we are rebidding our jobs? Is there um is there a guarantee that we get those jobs because it's going to be other people who has more seniority? is going to fight for those positions? We don't know. We don't know, people. And again, like, this is disturbing. This is scary that we're going to lose one of our tours across this country, and then all the mail is going to go to day shift mostly, and we don't even know we're going to get the jobs on day shift unless if you get seniority and depending on what position that it is. So it's crazy. Um, Queen, I know who I am. So I'm thinking heavily about leaving here. I had two countries in. I mean, the truth is that now I became a travel agent, right? I'm doing this travel agency with these cruises and stuff like that. Um, and basically, I mean, I feel you, Queen. I know who I am. Like, the thing of it is, what's so sad is that there's no opportunities, and it's like they just all of a sudden, bam, 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 the jobs has been gone. It's sad. Like, I mean, Queen, I know who I am. I don't blame you. I'm thinking about leaving myself. Matter of fact, for a lot of people, after I retire, I'm going to move out of the United States. That was the plan. After I retire, which is going to be 7 more years. After I retire, I'm going to move out of the United States, um, to start a new life. I don't know which is going to be, the Philippines or Panama or possibly Barbados. But yeah, I'm gonna probably be gone too. She asked, where are these newly unemployed people supposed to find work? And that's another thing too. And this is what blows my mind. I mean, in the postal service, we just hired new employees. We call them, basically, we call them MHAs, which means mail handlers assistant. And they're barely bringing the MHAs in, and then some are being converted to full time employees. What's going to happen with that? And I believe they're going to start get rid of them first. Now, what they used to do is that if there's no jobs available, if you're unassigned regular or whatever, then they're probably, again, like I told y'all earlier, they're probably going to end up doing it in access, which means that post people who works in the postal service for years, they can move, if they can find jobs in another state or another city, they can send you out there, you know, and that's that. But because I know another coworker who came from Atlanta, and Atlanta moved from there to where I am right now. And I haven't seen him since. I don't know what happened to him, but yeah, if a person being accessed, they can send them to another state. If job is available, they send it to that city, that state. So I talked to an old coworker of mine, asking them what happened over there, and she told me that they just in where they are, they just convert MHAs to full time regulars. Now we don't know if that's going to happen now. I talked to my old union president that I know for years. I just wrote to see what happened with that situation there, but she's probably going to get back with me sometime today with that. But yeah, this is to me showing you that we're living in a time that Trump's America is is destroying major jobs. And when it comes to the postal service, Black Americans, ADOS, FBA, we run the postal service. Trump knows that too. And I'm just basically showing you how wealthy people can just slash people's positions and without any consequences. So the families, And what's going to happen with postal workers that lost their jobs and they got kids at home? Kids, they got kids at home, they got families at home. What's going to happen with that? This is scary. This is just disturbing. So I'm reading y'all in the comments. Let's see what y'all. Let's see what y'all says. Um, Queen, I know who I am says they're resurrecting the Jim Crow in America. They only want extremely wealthy people in dirt, and really, I guess Leslie saying in dirt poor people. They want us in the fields. You heard of you basically heard about they're gonna bring back segregation again. And going back to the 50s and 60s, how whites own restaurant, blacks own restaurant, whites own water fountain, blacks own. They want to go back to that as well. Quentin, I know who I am says state and federal jobs used to be good with great benefits, and you can retire with nice pension retirement. One thing about the postal service is that when you retire, you'll keep your health care. I mean, if you have health insurance, you keep that, which is, I mean, you keep it whatever you like, but yeah, you will keep your health insurance as well as your pension, well as your retirement. I mean, that's one good thing. But now the way Trump is doing this, it's showing you that they really want to slash. They really want to get rid of people. It says the no 1% versus the 99%. Yeah. So I'm going to recap, the breaking news, the exclusive here on Lions Den, aka Trey X, of the situation in the Postal Service. Um, for those who just joining in, hold on one second. I'm just going to pick up this because I have to write stuff down. But of course, beginning April 1st. Okay, beginning April the 1st. The United States Post Service will make changes, of course, with the first class mail, with periodicals and marketing mail and package services, which means that and then there's a person that says that there's going to be no more Tour 1, which means that all the mail, packages, everything going to go to day shift now, which basically is not a good thing. And for those of you who are Tour 1, you may have to rebid the day shift jobs, rebid the Tour 2 jobs or Tour 3 if there's available. If they're not available, there's a possibility that y'all gonna be unassigned regulars. So, and this showing you that according to the person that left me this comment on my previous live stream, that there would not be a craft distinction between clerks and mail handlers either. And it said processing will be no longer be 24/7. Contracts will be here to union personnel, troublemakers, people who call in, FMLA folks, any people who manager just doesn't like or have a problem with, uh, will be gone, will be out the door. And according to that same person, it says two SDOs. SDOs is supervisors in that plant have confirmed after attending this training. So basically, what that person was saying is that all the managers went to training secretly. Went to training, and a lot of people say this is a conspiracy theory. They went to training because they knew this is about to happen. So they basically going to train managers, and obviously they're playing on, for those of you who've been calling out, and those of you who've been FMLA or unionized or whatever, they'll be out the door. So Trump and them are now, it's probably the reason why that Louis DeJoy made a deal with Elon Musk, and now they said the media says it's 10,000 jobs. I believe in my heart it's more than just 10,000. I still believe it's 30,000 jobs, but who's counting, right? So now, because of all of this is happening, um, April 1st is just 2 weeks away. And we really don't know what's going to happen now. 2 weeks away, people that I'll talk to, they don't know what's going to happen. Even managers don't know anything. Allegedly, they don't know anything. I still believe they do, but they say they don't. So I'm just taking that as a grain of salt. But you see what's happening now. They're now, they went to this training and they knew that this is going to happen. You know, Donald Trump, excuse me, his first term, his first term was that he wants to privatize the postal service then. So now, basically, now that we're in a time now that because of this, all the jobs are going to be lost. Now, when it comes to that person's comment about Tour One, there's no Tour One. I have news flash for you. I work on Tour One. I'm one of those people that work on Tour One, and I'm concerned because now there's a possibility that I might be rebidded. They didn't say anything as of yet, okay, in my situation. But if that's true, then I might be rebidded. But it's gonna be hard because there's gonna be more people gonna be rebid after tour one. Some of them already been told to move to tour two. Some already been told move to tour two, and this is go. I told you before. This is not. If you are a postal employee, I'm telling you right now, we basically need to pray for this. And I'm telling you that right now, this is just showing you that they Trump and Musk doesn't give a damn about us postal employees at all. So it's scary for all fronts. I just pray that things are not getting worse than it gets better. But who's counting, right? Um, we're just gonna have to see what's going to happen after April the 1st, or what's going to happen. And again, if something happens after April 1st, I will be back on here and tell you guys about it. No question about it, because I know for a fact anybody else wouldn't have give you the scoop like I'm giving you the scoop right now. Um, if there, if you have any questions or comments, leave the comment section below. Um, your reaction to all of this, what I just told y'all. I mean, this really isn't good for all of us that we were working our asses off as postal employees, bring the mail, deliver the mail, put it in trucks, making sure that it goes out um, with the letters, with the packages, everything need to be out there it where they're supposed to be. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna sign out. I gotta. I would like to thank each and every one of y'all for coming in. It is in this such short notice, but please subscribe to my channel. Like, click, subscribe. Um, and if I have any other updates of what's going on in the postal service, then I'll let you guys know. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a great Friday. Stay safe and pray that this isn't true. Because if there is, this is going to be this is really a disastrous in the postal service. Love you guys. Take care. Deuces.